Right, I've been trying for I don't know 2 weeks to get a blooming video out, and today, which is Sunday, and my wife's gone off to stay in our mobile home for a while. I've just finished making a pork pie. Lovely. French don't do pork pies, so you have to make your own. And anyway, I'm eventually getting around to doing a video. So what's it about? It's, you know, I like my 3D printing, don't you? I'm a bit of I'm not an anorak, you know, but I can see that it is very, very, very useful. Well, one thing I've come across just recently, I'll mention it later when we get around to it, is that I made a bit of a silly mistake. Not with a 3D printer, no, that's fine. But what I like to do is to be able to, you've seen some of the stuff which I've made. The Humpty Bridge, the viaduct, yeah. What else was it? The bits for the scale things, yeah, I've done that. And the controller bit. Made another 3 of them, so I got 4. So that's it there, I mean, okay. So it's just a box. There you go, lid on top. That was the place for the forward, backwards. That's the place for the knob turny, faster, slower. And the one at the back, the hole at the back, was for the cables. I haven't got a cable yet, but eventually it'll get done, But I'll tell you what, you can print off a load of stuff for your O gauge, oblique HO gauge, because people on the internet sometimes don't differentiate between the two, but there's a world of difference. You know, when you look at it down at the proper scale, there's a world of difference, isn't there? Apart from the distance between the tracks, that's exactly the same in HO and OO. And I'll come on to that in a truss. Well, first off, I just want to show you a few bits and pieces which I've printed off, which they're free on either one of the 3D printing sites. Yeah. Excuse my back of my head for a minute whilst I try and search a few things out. I have a box of them. I printed off one of those, you know, if you've got the Hornby or Bachmann, is it, coupling things with the 2 whatnots, and you have to get something under them to lift them up to separate them, you know, on the coaches and trucks, to uncouple and decouple. Yeah, and it's a pain up the butt. So they do sell uncouplers, don't they? And I've got some of these uncoupling rails as well. Some of the old sort of Hornby things, you know, with a little lever that goes up and down. But there's a kind of like a elongated spade piece of kit, which I actually printed off. Yeah. So I printed off a couple of those, just in case I lose one. Well, in actual fact, I've lost both of the buggers. So I'll have to try and find those. But something else I printed off is this little piece of equipment. Okay. So that, you've got one rail here, haven't you? Tracks go there, and another one over that side. And that's for giving you the distance between the tracks to make sure that you're running parallel with the other track next to you. And that is actually a set distance, apparently. So that's good. I can print those off, yeah. I could send away for them somewhere, but here in the wild outbacks of France, I'd have to use that bloody Amazon. No, thank you. What else do I printed off? About that. It says it's a wobbly fence. Well, it's a bit wobbly. Yeah, I mean, it is, but actually it's covered in cat's hair. But yeah, you get the knack of that. That's good, that. Yeah, you can print off thousands of those damn things if you want. If you're that way inclined. So I printed off a few. And then there's sort of like ordinary fence I printed off, which I quite like, flexible. And then there's not quite so ordinary French fence, which I printed off. I quite like that. That's all right. What's that? Fields, I suppose, isn't it? You know, farmers' fields. That'll do for that. Oh, I'll tell you what I found in my box. I didn't know I had them. Put them there. And that's those uncouply things. Hang on. Look at that. That's it. Yeah, one of those. That's like a dentist's freaking dentist tool, isn't it? Yeah, like that. So I've got a couple of them. A couple of little sheds which I built. It's all right, isn't it? Haven't finished painting them yet. But no, you just print those off. Dead good. Milk churns in a block. Well, I assume they go in a truck. I've never seen milk. I mean, I was around when they used to load the milk churns into the vans. I've never seen them in trucks, but perhaps my memory doesn't serve me all that well. So we've got blocks of them, and then we've got a triangular block, for whatever reason, of milk churns. I'll tell you what was good. How about those? They kind of like springy chimney pots. Springy chimney pots. Yeah, they're brilliant, those. They're chimney pots. So you can put proper chimneys on your models, on your scale scenes or your Metcalfe things without having to roll up a piece of cardboard and paint it. Yeah. What we got? Suitcase. That's good, isn't it? Well, it's all the rubbish that goes on the stations, isn't it? You know what I mean? Those are rubbish on the stations. And a guitar case somewhere. Anyway, loads of stuff. I love it. And what I have done is also printed off some trucks and coaches and other stuff that interests me. Right. I'm not so good at painting. You can realise that. But that's one of those things that used to go on top of the. They call them conflats. That and these, these kind of very small things. Yeah, you can print those off, stick them on your trucks, stick them on your flats. I did have some coaches. Well, I think I'll keep those till a later date to show you. What I tend to do, this is finished. I haven't got a lid on it, has it? But that's basically finished. Yeah, apart from the painting. So it's got the wheels on it. All right. That's got a bit of a weight inside because they weigh nothing, and you need the weight. Right. I've got the wheels. Okay. Now there's a story behind these wheels, and I haven't got to the bottom of it. I don't quite know what's going on. But I bought a pack of wheels from that Amazon man, because that was the only place I could find them that wanted to deliver here. And that's them. Eve Model Train Accessories. Okay. They're OO gauge or HO gauge, but as it's the same distance between the tracks, I thought to myself, oh, okay, don't make that much difference, does it? So I printed off some of the trucks, the chassis. I'll just show you a chassis. Okay. Right, that is a 3D printed chassis. This will hold two of those little square, it was before containers were invented, wasn't it? Yeah, I can remember these. Perhaps you can't, but before containers were invented, everybody shipped their stuff in big square things like that. Okay, so that sat there, and then it was held down by some metal, turnbuckles and chains. Okay, so anyway, that is the chassis, which I think isn't too bad. Okay, the buffers. Okay, I've got to add the hooks, the couplings, yeah, but it has an NEM. That's that thing there, I believe, this kind of I can't remember what they call it. I lost for the word now. No, anyway, it's got one of them, which coupling goes into, but I've printed off of those anyway, of couplings that will fit in there, into the NEM pocket. I think that's what they're called, NEM pockets. Now, the major problem was the wheels. Now, as I said, I bought that lot that I just showed you, and the distance, obviously, between the flanges on the old Hornby ones, or whatever, Triangle or something like that, they're all the same. And these new plastic ones which I bought, they're the same. That's okay, no problem. But let me just show you. I have my trusty vernier, switch it on, and what I shall actually measure is the axle length, okay? And this is the plastic axle, okay? Oop. It dropped in the ruddy thing. That's no good, is it? Where are we? That's it there. 29.52. 23.92. Yeah, right. It's my age. 23.92. That's 24 mil, isn't it? Okay. Right, this I've just taken out of a Hornby truck, which I've got sitting over there, waiting for it to have it put back in, and I shall measure this. It was 25.73 before it went on the floor. Okay, 25.73. So that is a lot of difference between the overall length of the axle. I'll pick that up for a tread on the bunny thing. So a lot of difference between the length of the axles, isn't there? So what I've actually done in order to be able to incorporate the plastic crap is to actually split the chassis down the middle and just take a section out to bring the chassis in to enable me to fit the wheels, which is bloody stupid. So I've ordered a new set of wheels of the 25.4 in actual fact, they say. Most are. That's overall length, yeah. This includes the kind of little pointy bits at the end. So I've ordered a whole lot of them, which should be coming not from up the Amazon, but a bit better than that. I'll wait. Yeah, I'll go a couple of days. I could have got them. Yeah, it doesn't take very long from up the Amazon, does it? Like tomorrow or something. Well, it's never tomorrow here. It's always the day after tomorrow. Yeah, I'll wait a couple of days. That's all it's going to take. And then I shall see. I shall print off some of the original chassis before I cut them up and mollocate them. And let's see if they fit straight away. Because it can be a bit of a problem sometimes. Because on top of the chassis obviously fits the actual wagon itself, you know, the load. And if it's a box van, for instance, yeah, the box van turns out wider than the chassis once you've diminished the width of it. That's not so good, isn't it? Anyway, right. Shall I finish there? I think I might actually, because I think my brain is turning to mush. I've printed off some more of the viaduct and some pillars as well. Alright, so I'll be doing that together soon. But I honestly believe that the majority of the track laying, I've done half of the design, half of 1/3. Alright, because we've got 3 sections. Half of 1/3 of the design. I haven't actually put the thing together yet. Just laid them side by side so I can see what it looks like. I've done that, and that will probably stay like that for a while now, I'm afraid. And we'll come back with all sorts of stupid stuff in between time, like maybe building stuff. Because it's right in the middle of summer, and we've got about an acre here. I'm going out on the blooming rotavating and cutting the grass and doing all the fruit bushes, doing all the fruit trees. You know, we got leeks, we got carrots, we ain't got any onions, shallots, cabbages, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, potatoes. They all need looking after, don't they? And that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm sorry that I can't, but I will. Yeah, believe me, I don't lie. Right, anyway, nice to speak to you. We'll get back as soon as we get back. All right. Cheers for now. Look after yourselves, eh? Yeah, look after yourselves. Most important. Bye-bye. See if I can find the switch this time, eh?